Hi girls, so I'm going to show how I make dal on popular demand today. So this is Bahubali. Harleen, just to go over the details like how to turn it on. Basically you'll plug it in first and then this screen will come. I think yours is a little bit different than that, but basic idea is same. This is the saute button. If I press that, that turns it on. And you can adjust the pressures, how it says less, normal and more. So you hit the adjust button and then you can press the adjust button a couple more times and move this around. So if you want to cook at low pressure, that's where the light should be. If you want to cook at normal pressure, that's where the light should be. And if you hit adjust button one more time, you can have high pressure. But I usually make dal at normal pressure. So first thing, just to review, saute button turns it on, keep warm cancel turns it off. So we're gonna start it again, press the saute button and it's gonna turn on. Now I already prepped some material. I'm just gonna add some oil and cut onions. And you can see that from 30 it changed to on. That means it's ready to go now. And in few seconds you'll see how the onions are gonna start sizzling. Just gonna mix the onions. And that's about it. Usually this is the time when I wash my dal and kind of cut tomatoes or chop peppers. Just give it like couple seconds for the onions to start sizzling and get a little translucent. But today I've done that already. So my dal is ready and soaked. This is masrandi dal and it's ready to go. So all we're gonna do is just wait for onions to sizzle a little. So you can see the onions started sizzling already. It took like maybe 10 seconds. That's it. So the heat is on. And another tip is that I keep them on top of my stove so that, you know, all the air can get sucked into my vent. So you can see that it's even less than a minute and you can see how these onions are sizzling. And usually that much time I take to wash my dal and everything. So just gave like 2 minutes for these onions and now some ginger garlic paste. I use this one. Easy. And then some cumin, turmeric, salt, red pepper. You can put green if you want to. And some garam masala and some coriander powder. Everything goes in at the same time for me. And maybe just another minute for this. Sometimes I don't even do that. Just mix it up. Put my tomatoes, a little bit of tomato sauce. You can see how it's already sizzling. Masala is ready. Or tadka is ready. And there goes my dal. I'll put a little bit more water because I want it to be a little soupier. Maybe just, I think it was pretty much the same proportions that you normally use to make your dal. I had half a bowl of dry dal, this bowl, and I put like about 4 or 5 times the water. And that's it. Now we want to cook it. So this is the lid. Make sure that this internal gasket is fully secured and in it all the way. Now we want to change it to pressure mode. I mean, there's different functions: soup, poultry, meat, stew, bean, chilies, rice. I usually use the manual feature a lot because it makes it a bit easier for me. So we don't want it to saute now. We want it to pressure cook because it's dal. But if you're making, some dry sabji like pindi or dry aloo, you can leave it open, and this would be just like any karai, and leave the saute mode on. So now I'm gonna cancel this mode. I'm gonna put the lid on top. So basically, you just align the back part, and just move it to right inside where it says close. Now you want to have your vent in sealing position, not venting. You want it in sealing position. And you hit the manual button, and you can use the positive and negative to increase or decrease the time. For this dal, this is masur dal, I'm gonna give about 22 minutes, and that should be good. And this is it. Your dal is ready, all set. It's gonna take about 5 to 7 minutes for the pressure to get started. See, it's already saying on, but when the pressure is built, you will see the countdown will start going down. So maybe 5 to 7 minutes to build the pressure, and then 22 minutes for the cook time. So dal is all set. You can see that this is really hot now, and my vent is at the sealed position, so the pressure is building, but it still hasn't started yet. When it starts, the countdown is going to start going down. This is dal. And you can see the dal, pressure for dal has started. We gave 22 minutes and the countdown has begun. Now it's 17 minutes left. Okay, so dal is done. You can see it's been 4 minutes since the pressure was done. And sometimes I would just do natural release, meaning you don't release the pressure manually, you just let it sit and the pressure will release on its own. But today I'm just in a bit hurry, so I'm going to manually release it. So saying that, I might have to give it extra few minutes on saute mode if the dal is not cooked nicely. So we'll see. When you want to manually release it, all you do is kind of move this knob, and this is not too hot. You can touch this part. So you just manually move it towards the vent position. And some people keep like a lid here so that they don't want the steam to go to their ceiling. But in my case, it's okay. Alright, the pressure is out, and we're gonna open it just like that. There we go. Looking good. Probably give it maybe 5 minutes on saute mode just to kind of allow it to mix a little. But if we have let the pressure release on its own, it would have been perfect. So now I want to turn the saute mode on. So keep warm and cancel, and then saute mode on. So I'll let it sizzle for maybe 5 minutes, and then it's ready to go. Alright, I just actually gave it like a minute, and you can see that the consistency is really good. So just 1 minute on saute mode, and our dal is ready. And I added some fresh dhania. So now we're gonna hit cancel it out. But if there's a party and you wanna serve it in the same, all you need to do is just hit the keep warm button, and it'll keep it at a very low heat. It won't get cold, it'll stay warm, and you can serve it like that. Let me show you how my dal turned out. I think it looks pretty good. burning hot. Yep. I'm proud of myself.